This book is the most informative and educative material I've read in recent years. I'm not even joking. Now, I'm proud to reading this book. I've always known my attachment styles, and I think I really do understand it well. But reading this book makes it look like I'm seeing myself in HD. This book talks about 3 different attachment styles. We have avoidant, secure, and anxious attached. So let's start with the first one, anxious attached. Now, anxious attached people are people that crave intimacy. They constantly think about and worry about their relationship a lot. An anxious attached person will always think that he or she is not enough. Like the way an anxious attached person thinks is that they feel that their partner is doing them a favor by being in a relationship with them. One of the most common traits of an anxious attached person is that they cannot communicate their needs properly in a relationship because they feel that by communicating their needs or requirements, their partner will leave them. They constantly live on the edge. Another thing about an anxious attached person is that they can spot the tiniest of little changes in their partner, like the smallest of details they can actually see, and they have, because of that, they have very high tendency to overthink. Now, an example is this: if you are in a relationship with an anxious attached person, maybe for whatever reason, the person actually sends a message to you and you cannot respond on time, there's a very high chance that they start thinking about the negative part. Oh, is it that this person doesn't want me again? Do I say something yesterday that annoys this person? Oh, this person is trying to avoid me. They just continue to think and think and think like that. But in reality, you on the other hand, you might just be busy working on something. So one thing you should notice that an anxious attached person crave intimacy than every other attachment styles. The second style is avoidant. Avoidant is completely opposite what an anxious attached person is. Now, for avoidant, intimacy or closeness makes them feel like they're losing their freedom. So one of the fastest ways to lose an avoidant person is to want intimacy with them. You want to always be with them almost all the time. You actually lose them. So let's take this example that you as a guy, you find a lady attractive and somehow this lady attachment style is avoidant. Now, then because you want to show that you're very intentional, you're coming strongly at that person, there's a very high chance that you're going to lose the person in the process than winning them. They don't want any form of intimacy. So, to an avoidant, intimacy is threat to their freedom. Another interesting thing you should know about an avoidant is that they can intentionally focus on their partner's flaws rather than the positive side. Now, and it's not necessarily about the partner, they are just using it as a means to sort of create some mental distance, mental gap, because for them, they don't want intimacy at all. So they rather focus on their partner's flaws than the good side of their partner. One other thing about an avoidant is that if you're in a relationship with an avoidant, there's a very high possibility that they will never acknowledge that they are wrong. You as a partner, you're always the wrong person. The third one, secure. Now, this is the goal. This is where we should all be. And secure people are very comfortable with intimacy. They are warm, stable, and emotionally available. One of the most common traits of a secure person is that they feel very comfortable to communicate their needs. They are not scared whether their partner will leave them. And another thing to them is that when their partner also communicates their own need, they are willing to change or listen to them. One of the many things I really enjoy about this book is how the writer uses stories and scenarios to actually drive his points, and it actually makes it easy to read. Now, I have a confession. One of the things I did while reading this book was that every person that I could remember while reading this, I was able to categorize them into different categories. Now, if you are my friend, there's a very high possibility that I've actually labeled you to either of the 3 categories. Either I've labeled you to be secure, avoidant, or anxious attached. Now, if you're somebody that you think that you want to learn about different attachment styles, I think that this is one book that you should get and read, and you're going to get value for your money. Thank you. I just thought of sharing, and we'll do great things.